Hello everyone, this is the recording for week 4. In the discussion, you're to define and describe the importance of SQL queries. Provide 2 examples of SQL queries in your discussion post, and you should give your source for that for one thing, plus your definition and description. Explain the results expected from that SQL query. Remember to include your sources in APA format. The initial post is due Wednesday, the replies are due Sunday. I've been having people forget to do all the replies, and it does take points off, so make sure you reply to 3 other people. Week 4 hands-on assignment, part 1. You're going to log into SQL, which I have open here, and then it says to go to Object Browser. But if you're like me and the table disappears, you can just go to, Utilities, Data Workshop, and choose XML. If you don't have Windows and you have a Mac, you should save it to a text file. But you click on the option, and then you have to select the table. So you just scroll down to your data set. Then you're going to hold down Control and click SID, course name, and grade. So as long as you're holding down Control, you can highlight all of them. Then you're going to click, you can let go of Control, then click Unload Data. And that, now I did this in Internet Explorer just to see if that browser would work, but it didn't. So you're going to save the file. Let's save it to the desktop. And maybe we're going to put our name on it. And save it. And then if we go to the desktop, and you'll see that it has no file associated with it. Well, I have 2 of them. But you right click and go open with Notepad, and this is how it will look, and this is what you're going to turn in. So you're going to go File, Save As, and you can save it on the desktop, which is a Notepad file. Now you can, once you save it, then this is what you will submit. Now if you saved it as a text file, you'll submit the text file. And that's what I've gone through here. And that's part 1. So don't submit it yet because you need to do part 2. In part 2, you're going to open Excel. Now I have 2016, so it's a little different from 2013, but you just need to choose a template. So let's say we'll choose this template, and then you can pick a different color if you like, and then create. And I'm not going to grade you on your template, so pick one you like. On the first slide, you're going to identify yourself and your topic. Well, you can do that by using the title slide if you like, giving it a title and your name, whatever you want to put about you, maybe your major. Then if you do Control M, you'll get the one is called a title and content. You can put a title here and then the content. It doesn't specify titles. So if you don't want titles, then just click on that the edge of that box, and then you can delete it, and then you can make this one any size you want. That's up to you. So if you want to put a title, that's also up to you. So on slide 2, you're going to present an overview of what your presentation is about. That's however you want to present your overview. Slides 3 and 4 are for the description in detail how to create a B tree index, describe the advantages of a B-tree index, and especially for retrieval purposes, performance, and exporting data. Then on slide 5, you're going to provide a conclusion about B-tree indexes and why they are so popular. Check spelling and make sure you're checking for grammar. To do that, you go to File, Options, Proofing, and you make sure this box is checked here. Check grammar with spelling. Then when you go back to review, you can just click the ABC and it'll check your spelling and your grammar. You're going to submit the notebook or text file, whichever, from part 1 and the PowerPoint file from part 2. So you have to do it in PowerPoint in order to get a grade. Studying for the midterm. I didn't add anything on this one for the final. I will save that for next week. So all of this is for the midterm. Know the requirements for Navy tables and columns, page 59. Know which of the constraints can only be created at the column level, page 106. Know command to disable or enable a constraint, that's on page 128. Know how to change a constraint, such as if you want to rename it. That's on page 129. Note the data manipulation language statements, the DML statements, that's on page 142. You can use a format model to add a currency, a $sign to a currency value when retrieving it from a database. Now when I don't have a page number, it's because I couldn't find it. Know the default date format in Oracle, that's page 260. Know how to obtain the exact value, that's also on page 260. Value constraints define specific data values or data ranges that must be inserted into columns and whether the values must be unique or not null. A store schema would contain, for instance, things like customer details, products, salary range, something like that. No data file and record. What are those? That's page 3. Not null restrictions can be viewed with the describe command. In a client-server database, the database application and the database are separated into two parts. This results in less network traffic because part of it stays on the server and doesn't go across the network. Know what is used to join data contained in 2 or more tables, that's on page 10. And know what a rollback is, that's on page 164. And that's all I have, so if you have any questions, please let me know.